Hey guys, today I'm making bread. Right, Arnak?
Yep.
Arnak's my wonderful cameraman.
Yes, I am.
We just had to get this all out. We got everything we need. This, the starter, flour, water. Alright, you turn this on, switch it to grams. It's already on grams. Boom. 0 out the scale. And pour 400 of the starter in. Poured in a little bit too much. I need that spatula. Poured a lot too much. Actually, I almost poured 500. Go. It's funny, I've made this like a million times. But even me, like sometimes when I make it, I forget how much I have to pour in and I have to try to remember. Where it's like it's 400 of this and then 1,000 of this. There we go. Now it's exactly 400.5. Almost perfect, right, Arnak?
Yeah.
Alright, next step is water. Now, before when I've done this, I poured too much water. But now I've realized I only pour 1,000 while it's in the bowl, and then while it's mixing, I pour the other 200, 300. We got our purified water. Make sure you get the scale. This is the part you have to be careful on because you can't like take out water. There we go. And now let me go get the big barrels of flour. Now we have to grab some flour to begin milling. This is usually just like random what I'm feeling the day. So I'm just gonna grab 2 scoops of this white. I'm gonna let Arnak pick. Arnak, you pick this one or this one?
This one, I
This
guess.
one? Okay. So here. So now if the bread's bad, I can blame Arnak for his choice. Right up.
No.
Alright, okay, ready to hear the loudest thing ever?
Yay!
Here we go. Freshly
Grinded.
Freshly milled flour.
Oh.
Alright. Brought our flour. One's for pizza, one's for regular. So, got this. Put it on the scale. 0 it out. Here's our mix of flour that Arnak chose, so if it's good, it's my choice. If it's bad, it's Arnak's. Right, Arnak?
No.
This is about... It said errand for a second, did you see that?
No.
I got worried, I was like, oh no. But yeah, so it's about 500. I'm gonna pour in the rest of the 2,000 of this. What's 2,000 minus 500?
2,000 minus 500, 1,500.
It says error now. So I made a slight mistake. Normally, the issue with this scale that I completely went out of my mind is when the pot's on it, putting the flour in it messes up the scale, somehow it reads error. I didn't think of that. So when I put that 500 in, what happened? It had a mistake. So to alleviate that mistake, I'm just going to do it the right way. I'm gonna pour this in. We already have 500 in there, and 1 scoop is 200, right? So we have 700 in there. How much do we need now?
Don't know.
1,300.
Okay.
We need 1,300 flour, and we're good. Every mistake has a lesson, right, Arnak? Yep. Scoop. There we go. And now, one final thing to add in here before you throw it in. You know what that is, Arnak?
What?
Salt.
Okay.
Red hot salt is not great. I should know, I've made that mistake several times. It's about 40 grams of salt. So it's 2 scoops and a half. Sometimes I go a little bit extra with the salt, especially if we're making like pizza or something. Go. Just right here. And dump the rest in. I'll show you the correct way proper to do it for the next loaf. But there you go. Now mixer's plugged in. I'll show you here. Click. Alright. Put the attachment on. Pull it up. Okay, so see how it's kind of mixing up now? Now I'm going to add a little bit of water now, and then I'm going to add more water towards the end. That's why I only pour in 1,000, so I have plenty of room to do adding more later. Then you grab your spatula that I put over here, and you just kind of undo the sides and have them feed into the mixer proper. Alright, now that it's nice and mostly mixed, I'm going to add some olive oil, let it mix some more, and then I'm going to scoop it and add some water to the bottom, because one problem we always had was when we would be finished, there'd be clumps of flour at the bottom, and the way we solved that is you undo it, it's an extra step, I'll show you, but you basically undo it, pour water in the bottom, and let it mix up some more. See how it's a nice, like, ballish shape now, Arnak?
Yep.
Alright, what we're going to do now is undo it. Take this out. Look how clean that came out. And now I'm going to scoop it a little bit and add some water to the bottom.
Arnak, and you watch and learn, okay?
Yeah,
So
Arnak.
when Arnak retires, you'll be the one who's gonna make the dough, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Do you remember everything? Text me.
We love you.
Me too. It's a little thing we remember.
Pay attention, Arnak.
I
So now
am.
you pull it. And see, now the water gets on the bottom, right? Just make sure it's all there. Oh, see, look. See these clumps of flour?
Yeah.
Gotta make sure they get nice and wet. Put that like this. And need to remember where I put my thing. Oh, here it is.
Yep, there it is.
Alright, and this is the hardest part of the entire thing, putting it back in. Because it's all like already like ready to go. There we go. Bring it up. And just let it beat. There we go. Now I'm going to undo it. Look how nice this looks. Looks all nice and like it's nice and firm. This will be a good dough. So I need to go inside the garage and grab a bucket, and I'll be right back. Alright. Got a clean bucket right here. Just have to grab a spatula, not spatula, scraper. Grab this. Pull this out. Look how nice, like, and round the dough looks right now. I'm ready to ruin it with the bucket. So, what you do, this is the part where you're going to do your older upper.
see.
strong part. Actually, I want to see if you can do this. All right, Arnak, let's see. Lift it with one. You can't? Okay.
Using my left hand.
Use your right hand then. You don't have to use the hand I'm using.
I don't know what
Okay, yeah, let's stop. Put that down before it falls.
Yeah.
Did you hear the thunder, Arnak?
Yeah, I did.
It was so gloomy. I was like, I want to see the footage. It was kind of dark, so I'm like, I think we should probably turn on the lights. But yeah, it is a gloomy day. The best day to bake and eat bread, though.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Look at that. Oh, Beso second and that.
Yeah. And probably because of the thunder too.
No, Beso doesn't care about the thunder.
Oh.
And
She just realized finally.
boom, look at that. Came out in one perfect piece.
Wow.
Yeah. Put that in, let it rest 30 minutes, and then give it a stretch and fold, which I'll show, but every 30 minutes give it a stretch and fold 4 to 3 times depending on the consistency of the dough. This is a kind of, not a hard dough, this is a sturdier dough because we use hard flour in it. We use the white hard wheat, which is hard. But yeah, pop that in. Boom. And now we wait 30 minutes while I make a second dough for pizza, which is a little bit different. She's so emotional. I'm gonna have to wash my hands.
Hello, Alma.
There's Alma, the knock-ons. She heard me petting Peso. Okay, no more crying. Okay, so they're gonna come back. They always come back. Let's see what's currently going on outside. Well, you can't see because it's raining. It's not very clear, but it is. It's raining pretty hard. Right, Arnak?
Yeah.
It's like everything's creaking, the trees and stuff. It's a hard rain. But we're in here, nice, warm, safe, about to make some more pizza bread. Okay. So, same process. There's only a couple small changes. But yeah, last time we made pizza dough, we used it for barashki, which is like a pretty worthwhile trade in my opinion. What do you think, Arnak?
Yeah.
Pizza or barashki?
Barashki.
Good, that's the right answer. I'm glad you're smart. Lahmacun or barashki?
Oh, barashki.
Lahmacun or pizza?
Honestly, for me,
Tough one, isn't it?
yeah.
I think it's pizza most
Yeah.
days, but lahmacun, like it's
Yeah.
barashki number 1, lahmacun and pizza number 2, and they go different.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I got 400 exactly.
Yay!
Try to act excited at least. All right, and then so with pizza dough, you usually end up using a little bit more water because the pizza flour is, I don't know how to describe it. It's more susceptible to being wet and unworkable. If you look out our windows, look how wet it is. Oh my. Wow. Does it show on the camera at least?
Yeah, it does.
Alright, and same thing, 1,000 grams of water. I don't know if I said grams before, and I feel like that's important for me to mention the unit, so you don't put like 1,000 gallons. So, don't follow this portion exactly unless you also have a family of 7 people, because this is, the bread one makes 4 loaves of this beautiful bread. 4 loaves. We eat bread every day. A lot. I don't think there's a day that goes by without us, like, consuming bread. Also, pop it off the scale when you mix it, because, I don't know, I don't want it to, like, mess up the scale. That's already kind of messed up. Here we go. Alright, we have to mill more flour, but this time we're only using a specific type of flour. We're only going to be using the soft white wheat, which is this one. Because it usually, when I make the pizza dough, I've started just using the pizza flour, but that doesn't give it like the rich, it sounds so snobby to say. It doesn't give it the rich flavor that we're used to with like our bread. So I've started cutting it with just 2 scoops of hard white wheat. Let me move this out of the way. And you know the process. Turn it on, lift off the lid, pour it in. white wheat's done. So, remember when I messed up in the beginning and didn't like pour the flour in the right way?
Yeah.
Not gonna do that this time. Gonna start it up. And I know I need to get to 2,000 as my goal, so that's how I do this. Only 400.5. Now, pizza flour is interesting. Let me go grab a whisk real quick. So, pizza flour is interesting in the way that, like, it clumps like crazy. So what you want to do is give it a good mix before you start scooping it. So, what's the end goal, Arnak?
1,000? 2,000.
It'd be 1,000 if you only put 200 grams of starter. Go. Are you happy it's summer? Does it feel like summer with this rainstorm?
No.
No? Nope. Scoop of well-mixed flour. I always like to pat it down like this, so that way like everything just sits in, and I'm just going to take a little bit out. I'm going to take a little bit more out. There we go. 2005. That was before I was born.
Yep.
It's wild.
And it was 6.
2005.
It was 6 years after you were born.
That's not nice. Alright. Let's get that. And how many grams of salt, Arnak?
I don't know.
Okay, not paying attention at all.
Yeah.
40.
Okay.
40 gramos of El Salto. Okay. So, got that ready. Now I just slowly but surely pour this in, attempting to spill as little as I can. Beso, Erika. There. Nice and clean. Just a little bit spillage on the side. Okay. Gonna put these back, but first, because the process takes a little bit of time, just gonna start mixing them. And what do we do halfway through, Arnak?
Add water.
Yes. Good. See, you're learning.
Mm-hmm.
I already added the water, and now I'm just adding some olive oil because it gives it that good taste. And now we let it mix, and then wait, scoop out water, let it mix. Look at this. So beautiful, nice, and kind of tough. That's what you want for a pizza dough, because you work it. You work it. You know what I mean, right? You
Yep.
like bend it and that kind of thing, so you want it to be a dough that you can manipulate easily. If it's too wet, you're not turning it into a shape. Let's check the bottom. Yeah, this is gonna need just a little bit. What I used to do is I used to go around all the corners, but what I realized is you can just pour it in one spot and then crack it open and the water flows. Crack it open and the water flows. Okay, the dough is all done. There we go. Grab this. Alright, now just scoop it in here. Look at that, another good dough. So I can eat this one out in one piece. And I can. there we go. There's just a couple scraps that I need to cook off. But you got a good dough, then let it rest. Then stretch and fold. Alright, now I gotta stretch and fold. The idea is you pull it, but you don't rip it. Because when you rip it, it's losing its like elasticity. Go. Done. 3 more folds. Slide me that one off. Look at that. It's a nice, tougher dough because we're only using hard wheat. If we use some of the soft wheat, that's another story. You get a waterier dough. That's not what we want. Alright, so these are breads that we've made, that I made like a couple days ago. The dough too. And look at this. Hold on, let me grab. There we go. Listen to this. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
The crunching. It's a very good dough. And then if you look over here, one that's already cut, look at the bubbles and look at the bounce of the dough. It's very good. We do sell the sourdough starter, so I'll put that in the description. But it's amazing dough, amazing starter, makes amazing bread. The rain settled down, but just like, look at all of the leaves that have been blown. No. Oh, we're gonna have to clean this. So Nusin wanted me to get her some special Icelandic yogurt. So I'm going to the store right now. I was like, oh, the rain's coming, blah, 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 blah. The rain stopped. So now I'm off to go buy Icelandic yogurt. A tree has fallen. Look at that. Tree has fallen on the main road. Hilarious. The rain caused this to fall over. No, it's just the thing that's bent. I can fix it. It's a good thing there's no propane tank in it. What is since Ungav? I urled it to the best I could. I'm gonna have to figure something out. I have to fix up the hat a little bit. We haven't used this thing once. We got it, I built it, we haven't used it. Like, not even turned it on, or this is the first time I've had a propane tank in it. Not even turned on, just in it. So, gotta fix it because we gotta use it at least once, don't we? Let's get back inside, it's too wet outside. Had to do a quick little outfit change. Taking these to the shed. Look how green and beautiful everything looks after like the rainstorm. So alive. There we go. Here are the chickens. Let me get a video of them real quick. All right. Look at that. It's a really good dough. I mean, it's always a really good dough, but sometimes it's been like way too wet to work on. There's nothing, there's like only a little bit sticking to my hand. And that's what you really want for pizza, because you want, this is the pizza dough. This is the regular bread one. You want a firmer pizza dough just because you can shape it. Without that, you're not shaping this. One time my mom had to try to shape the wet dough and it was just like, let's just do something else instead. But yeah, one more and then we're done. All right. I finished the final stretch and folds. Arnak, come here and look at them. 1, 2. You can see the little bubbles building up right here. But there we are. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let these in the the refrigerator overnight. Do not freeze these. They are living things. I'm gonna put them in there overnight, and then in the morning they'll be taken out and shaped into bread, into pizza. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I'd like to thank Arnak for being an exceptional cameraman. Not. Now he's gonna delete all the footage here.
Yeah, I am.
It's gonna make my life difficult. But I'd also like to thank all of you for liking, watching, and subscribing. And until next time, das vemos.